Hello everyone, it's Hanwell Collectibles here today. Today we're going to do a little bit different video. I know I've been showing all my collections in the few videos I've done, but today I want to start teaching about the history of some of the things I collect just because I thought it was unique. First, I decided my first coin I'm going to talk the history about is the historic peace dollar. Now this is the only copy I got, so I'm just going to show this one. This one's more or less to show you so people can see as I talk about the peace dollar and a little bit of history about it. If you guys want to see me do more history videos, let me know. I think I'm just going to do it anyway because it teaches me more about the coin, which I always think it's unique. Since I'm just talking, I'm just going to zoom right in on a dollar. Now, the peace dollar was made originally between 1921 and 1928 is when the first set was made, or the first run. It did take a 6-year gap. After 1928, they didn't produce again until 1934 to 1935. It was the last year of the peace dollar. They didn't need to make peace dollars for that 6-year period. It's because of the Great Depression at the time. So you gotta think, at the time, a dollar was a lot of money. This is what some people probably made in a week back then. Which is why these dollars get a whole lot less wear than the quarters or the half dollars. Which I'm just going to use a barber for this instance. But yeah, that's why the higher denomination, less where it goes, because this was a lot of money back then. But the history. Now it's called a peace dollar. Was trying to show peace after the First World War, World War I. This is why I stopped in 35, because World War II was starting to happen and peace in the world was no longer happening. Now the designer of the peace dollar is the gentleman named Anthony de Francis, if I pronounced that wrong, sorry. The last name is Francisci. He was a medalist who designed it, and his monogram is actually featured on the neck of the Walking Liberty. His monogram is. Or under the field right here. You kind of see it on this one. It's right there. The first year was for, and technically it didn't come out until January 3rd, 1922. That was when they reached circulation because they were struck in December 1921. That's why it's featured 1921. Now it was a high relief coin, so it was a more flashy design. And in that year, or in December 21, they made 1,006,473 of the peace dollar. Now in 1922, there's the high relief and there's the normal relief. This is the normal relief. The high relief that year was 35,401. Now the normal relief, which is the normal circulation, the one that was more commonly owned and passed around, was 51,737,000 of these were minted. Does not mean there's made this today, because people melted these, because I don't know what spot is today, but it's 9% silver. Because of the weight of this coin, there's just under 3/4 of an ounce of silver. I think it's 0.773 ounces of silver. So this is almost 3/4 of an ounce of silver in this one coin. The first design that was released public actually had to get a little bit of change, because we're going to go back to the eagle side. Right here, I'm going to use the mechanical pencil for a pointer. Right where the eagle's claw meets the rock, there was originally featured when the design was released to the public was a broken sword, which is why they had delayed production with it. Now, they removed the sword because of the public backlash, because back in those times and back in history of the world, a broken sword meant it was a sign of weakness and defeat and surrender. and they didn't want to show that to the world, and the United States didn't want to show that weakness to the rest of the world. So that's why they removed it. Now, there's 2 other times that this has been made public. Well, minted. 1964 on August 3rd, there's authorized the U.S. the legislation authorized the coinage of 45 million peace dollars or silver dollars, sorry. And $316,076 of the peace design were struck in 1964, or day in 1964, but struck in the Denver Mint in 1965. Plans for the completing this coinage were abandoned, and all these coins were melted. None were preserved or released for circulation. Many counterfeits or reproductions do exist, but they're not real. Now, for the 100th anniversary of the peace dollar, for the 1921 peace dollar, the 1921 Silver Coin Anniversary Act required the Treasury to and issue coins in honor of the 100th anniversary of the coinage of the peace dollar. So they made special anniversary coins for this year, and I think they still make them. I know they also did it for the Morgan Silver Dollar for 1921 too, which I can talk about that history a little bit too in our video. Yeah, this is such a cool. So basically, this was trying to bridge peace to the world, but had to get stopped for production because of the Great Depression. Because a lot of people, they didn't need this coin because there was a lot of money back then. Then 35, it stopped production again because of what was happening in Germany. So this was trying to help show unity and peace with the United States and the rest of the world, because, as history said, originally they thought that was going to be the end of World War I was the war to end all wars, and as we know what happened with World War II, and the world's never been fully at peace. But that's basically a short little history of the peace dollar. Just kind of cool, kind of unique. I figured I would just talk about a little bit of the history of it, because I learned about this, but I learned more about this coin from making this video, and helping you guys learn too as well. I'll see you on the next video, which I do not believe it's going to be history. I'm not sure yet. I'll see you guys on the next video.